Hey guys, Justin here. Happy Sunday. I'm actually making a video on Sunday today. Yeah, this is for tomorrow morning upload. And these are the first two knives. So I've kind of been on a no knife buying thing for about 4 months now. I did buy my custom Nirvana during that time, but I had committed to that like last November, and it just came really late. So I did get that one, but I guess I kind of count that as last November. So yeah, that ended on September 1st, and these two knives are the first ones that I have purchased in many months, and it's really exciting. I'm really glad to be back in the buying game. I think I'm approaching it a little bit differently now. I'm trying to kind of pull back a little bit and really buy stuff that I really am interested in, as opposed to just accumulating different things, just to sort of try things out. And I don't know. And I'm really starting to sort of veer toward particular brands, Spyderco especially. I've always liked Spyderco. They were one of my first high-end knife brands that I really got into. I was a dealer for them, I don't know, 10 years ago now. And yeah, they've just always had kind of a special place to me. And I've always liked their products, and I've always thought they're really well made. And I think they're a good value for what you get. I think about some of these other channels out there, and I see some of them getting all these views and all this stuff because they post videos on the newest, latest, greatest, whatever it may be. And I sort of had a conflict in my mind about it. I'm like, do I want to sort of veer towards, trying to grow the channel more and trying to get the latest stuff and the best stuff? Or do I just sort of want to make videos of things that I enjoy? And, if that builds subscribers and views and all that, great. If not, I'll just keep making things that I enjoy. And I really am going to lean toward that, because I think if I start making videos just for views and growth and all that stuff, I'm sure at some point I'm going to get burned out. So I just need to do what I enjoy, and I enjoy Spydercos. I enjoy collecting them, and I just enjoy doing random other things on the channel. It doesn't always have to be about the latest, greatest knife brand or whatever, or even the current topic in the community, whatever it may be. I'm just going to kind of do what I want, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So anyway, these are, I'm going to say, technically my first two knives after my fast. So it's kind of funny. This one I had actually reserved sometime during my fast or my abstinence. I didn't actually buy it, but I told the guy that I wanted it, and he was willing to hold it for me, which is great. This guy I found a few days, maybe about a week ago now, and the guy held it for me as well. So technically I did buy them. I don't know. I sent him the money like the last day of August, like 10 p.m. But so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of dancing around some lines there, but anyway. So these showed up on Friday or yesterday. I think they came yesterday. And I don't know if you recognize these. These are Spydercos, if you can tell by the hole. This is the Bento Box Shop Spyderco Domino in CTS 204P steel with the blue G10 handle scale. So the Domino is a model that's been retired by Spyderco now for I don't know how long, a few years, I would say. But the crazy thing is, so I bought this on the secondary market. It was pretty much like new. And I swapped the clip for a deep carry clip, and then the bearings as well for some aftermarket bearings. But the crazy part is Bento Box Shop still has some of these in stock. Like, they have new old stock on their website, and it's been on there for years, I guess. So I don't know why people don't want these. On the site, they're like $275 or something. I paid $175 for this. The clip had a few marks on it, and it had one of the, I don't know, I think fairly well-known Domino issues where these run on bearings, and I think it's a design flaw, but the bearings have these like washers that are between the bearing and the titanium scales and this liner here, and that basically prevents the bearings from wearing a track into the titanium, because the balls are harder than the titanium. So they put the washers there so that the ball bearings will ride along the washer. Well, the washers are known to kind of pocket, and a race or a track gets worn into the washers, and this had that. It still flipped okay, but after I traded out the factory bearings for these taco bearings, it flips a lot better. So this is one that I've hunted, or I've wanted for quite some time, and fortunately they're not that hard to find. And yeah, I got a really good deal on this one. Came with all the paperwork in the box. Actually carried it to church this morning. I had a Domino, not in this configuration. I had one of the XHP versions years ago, probably 10 years ago, and it was a great knife. I mean, it's a Tai Chung Spyderco, so it's super well made. Very usable blade shape. It's got the full flat grind like a lot of Spydercos do. The flipping action is pretty good. You kind of have to do the push button style like that, and it flips reliably every time. And yeah, just a really underrated knife in my opinion. I think Spyderco should bring something like this back. Yeah, so that's the Domino in 204P with the blue G10, and then this is titanium, and it's a frame lock. It does have the steel lock bar insert, you can see there. Runs on bearings, and yeah, just a really good knife. This one, I guess I should mention, it was missing the tip, so I put a new tip on it last night on my Wicked Edge. But yeah. And then this one is the Peter Carey Magnitude, and I cannot tell you when this retired. I do remember as a dealer, I purchased one of these from my distributor, new. I think it was new. Yeah, it would have been new from a distributor. So I purchased one of these and had it for a little while, but I think I bought it for someone who wanted it. That was when they were still in production, so I'm guessing these have been retired for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, maybe more. This is also a Tai Chung Spyderco. Little higher end than the Domino. You can see the scales here are full carbon fiber, both sides. And then you have the, yeah, I'll call it like a collar around the pivot. It's brown G10, and that matches the brown G10 backspacer here. This does have a unique pocket clip, and this is it's a Peter Carey design, so you can see his maker's mark there. Very upswept blade, which is pretty unique. I don't see that too often. And this runs on bearings. This is a very smooth knife, so you can see it flips open very authoritatively, and it's very smooth closing. Yeah, it's just a really well made knife, and again, Tai Chung, so it's to be expected. The Domino, as you can tell, it doesn't close super easily, but the Magnitude does. Once it gets past the detent ball, it'll just sort of almost fall shut. So really happy I found this. I paid $300 for this one, which is a good price on the secondary market. They're not super easy to find, but they do come up occasionally. And carbon fiber is my favorite handle scale material. So you can see here, it's just really nice. You can see the weave in the carbon fiber, and then I've always just liked the design of this knife, just the style of the blade, the grind lines. I like this one enough that I may actually pick up a second copy of it. So And this is I guess it's technically a liner lock. And I think this is titanium. This is fairly similar to the Mamba, if you guys are familiar with that. It has the carbon fiber scales and the same style lock. So I will probably do full videos on each of these, just because I've been hunting them for so long, and they're two of my favorite Spydercos. So I probably will do individual videos, so look for those. Yeah, anyway, if you have any comments, leave them below. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this stuff. Let me know. Like I said, I'm a pretty big Spyderco guy, so you'll probably see some of it anyway. But anyway, have a good rest of the day, and we'll talk to you on the next one. See you.